Habari Gani Mainduga Nadada. This is Elder Abu Amin Ra. My brothers and sisters, I would like to speak to you about a subject that's very important to us today. It's about our survival and the genocide practiced against us by the Arabs and the Europeans and some others. My brothers and sisters, we must come to an understanding that we must not listen and obey the rules and the game of family planning and birth control. My brothers and sisters, listen. Abortion is wrong. Wrong is two left shoes. First of all, God, the eternal I being, creates all life. It creates human life through the female mother. Now, she has control of her body, but she does not have control of Mother Nature, who decides when she gets pregnant, how she gets pregnant, and when she shall deliver. Now, we have those talking about overpopulation. What the hell is overpopulation? Don't you know we are supposed to reproduce ourselves? Don't you know that's our primary function is to reproduce ourselves, to care for ourselves, and to care for that which we reproduce? Don't you know Mother Nature has a way of taking care of overpopulation? Leave it up to Mother Nature. Don't you do it. It's wrong for you to stop a life or to prevent a life from coming into being. Especially you black people. Listen, it's a game being played against us. They don't want us to reproduce ourselves. They want to practice genocide on us on all levels of our existence. They want to prevent us from reproducing ourselves. That's the name of the game, because there's power in numbers. The more numbers you have, the more powerful you are. Listen, black mothers, black women, your function is to reproduce black babies. They're killing us off. We need to replace ourselves in multiple numbers. So don't ever consider birth control or abortions, because this is the Europeans and the Arabs' game they're trying to play against us. The white does it because they're not reproducing themselves, at least as they die. They're falling into the negative category. Arabs, they reproduce themselves as they feel like reproducing themselves so that they can spread their religion, Islam. Listen, my brothers and sisters, your function is the reproduction of the human race. Let us produce as many black people as we can. There's power in numbers. Do you know what the population of blacks is in the United States at this particular time? They tell us 20 to 30 million. But my brothers and sisters, would you believe that we have over 50 million souls? That they undercount us on purpose? They project what our population numbers should be in relation to what their population numbers are so that they can stay in political control. You better get hip. You better find out what's going on. Remember, there's power in numbers. So let us double our population in the next 10 years if possible. Let us measure up to 100 million people. Let us count ourselves. That's the only way we're going to get the truth. We must do the counting of how many black people there is in the United States of America. We know that white people in the world, on the world population stage, is less than 7% of the total population. What is it in the United States? I know at the current rate, in 30 to 40 years, there'll only be 49% of the United States population, so they must do something to curtail our population growth. And they're doing it. The police are killing us. There's 75,000 young black women who are missing and unaccounted for. Black men are being put into prison, young black men, to keep them from reproducing. It's a game that we must get hip to and not go along with. It's a game that was magnified by Margaret Sanger. She came in putting birth control clinics on every block in the black community. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but I'm doing that to make a point. We were the targets of abortion and birth control, and we still are. It's called genocide. Don't fall for the game, don't fall for the hype. You reproduce as many black kids as you possibly can. There's enough food in the world, enough grain and everything else for everybody. The reason there are shortages is because of greed by those at the top. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I mean? Then if you know what I mean, throw the contraceptives away, throw the birth control items out the window, and reproduce yourselves, because it's through reproducing of ourselves that we shall gain control of the planet once again. Once again, y'all, my brothers and sisters, peace and hotep to you. Mein Duga na Dada.